Covering cookies.
It's time.
4 teams.
We need a win, man.
We need a win.
We
need a win
wins
this
here.
week. All right, here we
know.
go for our free picks for the Trendy Husky podcast. Here they are. We're going to hear
free?
Danny Blue Eyes. Free.
They're free picks?
They're free right
They're
now.
Free picks?
All right, Danny Blue Eyes is going to go ahead with his picks first.
Are you going?
No, you go
Why
first.
am I going first?
All right, fine. You give
go
me
first.
You want me to go
yeah,
first?
I do. I do want you
All
to
right,
go
fine.
first, man.
All right, new day, new episode. Thank you so much for joining in the Trendy Husky podcast, right out of Huntington Beach. What up, Huntington Beach people? What up, the rest of the world? All right, as usual, the usual suspects over here, and we've got the cookies and cover segment coming up as well. But before that, I want to introduce everyone around. Beautiful Ollie in production as usual. What up, what up?
Hi, guys.
All right over here across the table from me, we got our co-host of the show, Danny Blue Eyes. What up, Danny?
What up, my man? How's it going, dude?
Right over here, your host, Yassi. What's up, people? Yo,
Yo, it's
We're
good,
on.
Man. We are on.
we
We're
are
live.
on. We're live again.
Another day, another
Another
episode, as you
day.
like to say.
Another episode. Lot of stuff to talk about. We have, first of all, happy birthday to a beautiful Ollie yesterday.
Yeah.
She has
happy
turned
birthday.
Thank you.
17 again.
17. What it would
17.
be.
No, I don't lie about
What it
my
would be.
age. I am 32, and I am proud of it. It's all good.
All right.
Everybody gets old. It's
All
okay.
right.
It's that big 30 mark. I'm in my last year of my 20s.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Enjoy it.
Last year.
Doesn't
I'm in
feel-
the final
You
stretch
don't
right
feel
now.
the same.
No,
It just
I'm scared of it. The big dirty 30, man.
I was scared when I was 29. I mean, I'm 31 now, but I
Yeah.
was scared when I was 29. And I'm not going to lie, my body is not the same when I was in my late 20s or my mid 20s. So it keeps only on,
It keeps
changing
creeping.
and
I
changing.
keep looking at the calendar. It's getting a little bit closer and
Yeah.
closer and closer.
Yeah. And you're going to be the big 3-0.
Yep.
Dude, let's talk about this COVID shenanigans. I heard, well, you were affected. Now it really hit home because your family had it and my family had it. My brother, my sister-in-law,
Yeah.
my grandma, and my uncle. I've got so many people that has it now.
I feel like everyone now knows someone that has had it, you know?
This
I feel like
shit is
everyone- yeah.
real.
Oh, yeah, big time.
This shit is only getting worse. It's not going away if we don't fucking change the way we do our day to day. Hygienes are very important. Be careful shaking other people's hands. Keep your distance. Wear your mask. It's very small stuff that can get us over the hump, but for some reason, we refuse not to acknowledge it.
Well, I think people just think that, COVID's going away. You see people throwing parties again. You see people going out again. And now
Yep.
it's just a reminder. I mean, look at the numbers. It's a reminder that,
getting
hey,
worse.
it's here to stay.
This is the
I mean, it's really not going to get better until a vaccine comes out.
Vaccine is out.
Well,
Or-
it's slowly. I mean,
No,
it's
no.
not approved yet, no?
They said it's 90. Yeah, it's 90%
Yeah, well, 90%
efficient.
effective, but
Yeah.
it's still got to get approved by the FDA, and then
Oh, it's
there's
not
gonna be-
approved yet.
No, not yet. I
Okay.
mean, that was just the trial that
Okay.
was 90%
Yeah, they're gonna have to
effective.
test it, and they want to make sure it's not gonna have
Exactly.
adverse
Okay.
reactions and stuff like that.
the
But
First.
this is
long-term
what-
symptoms, yeah.
This is what happens when you have a president like Trump, because from the beginning he didn't take it seriously, and I want to keep banging the same door over and over.
We're going
But if-
political early.
I
huh?
know we are going
To
super.
dive into
Well, hey, you have your
politics.
stump town in front of you, so might as well.
No.
So might as well do it in the beginning of the show than the end. But this is what happened when you have the wrong leadership going. If we would have taken it seriously from the get-go, I don't think our numbers would be this bad. And I'm sorry. I'm happy that Biden won. God damn it, I bet some money. I haven't even gotten paid
You
because the
did.
some
You did bet
bitch,
on Biden. You
the some
did.
bitch doesn't want to
You did.
concede yet. Can he concede already so I can get my money?
You know he's not going to go down
You
easy.
know he's not
You
going to go
know,
down
yeah.
easy. He said he will be taken out of there kicking and screaming
Yep, there you go.
by Secret Service. That's
I believe it.
sad. I believe it
I
too.
believe it,
Dude,
It's a king that doesn't want to get out of his high chair,
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mhm.
But that was it was a big slap to the Trump legacy. A huge slap to his face. Because before the elections were even going, before we even knew who the nominees were, he knew Biden was going to get in eventually.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
Biden
knew he
was a
was going to
front
meet.
runner from the-
He knew Biden was a threat. And hey, kudos to Biden. I think
Didn't Biden he broke the record for most votes
80
received, right?
million
Was it about almost
people,
80 million,
80
right?
million or
Yeah.
over.
I can look it up. Also, like a record number of people showed up
Yeah,
for that.
it's
Yeah,
over
record,
80 million.
yeah.
Over
Yeah, yeah.
80 million.
Sorry about my
So,
mic.
man, it's, good for people. I think the ballots helped them big time. I don't think there was any fraud because a lot of people that they keep saying in Fox News that, they're dead and whatever and they found their votes. That's bullshit because they interviewed a lot of people that they claimed they were dead and they were still alive. So I don't understand where this is going. You're making all of us look bad now in front of the whole world. Enough is enough. You lost. Take your loss like a man, like a gentleman, and move on.
Like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
Like a
Gentlemen
gentleman. We're all
still
gentlemen
lose.
here.
We're all gentlemen
We're
here.
all gentlemen here
Shit.
sometimes.
I just want to get paid. Can I get paid?
Yeah, that's why.
I don't
you-
think Trump.
you're like, yeah,
I
you
don't
just
think
wanna get
Trump
paid.
or Biden is gonna bring me a sandwich at work, for lunch. But I just, I bet some money on Biden, and the
Yeah.
bookie doesn't
Yeah.
want to pay me yet because
It's not
fucking
official.
because he hasn't
official, not
conceded yet.
official,
So
official, yeah.
fucking bullshit.
You'll get it sooner than later, I feel
Hopefully.
like. Hopefully.
I
We'll
really
see.
hope so. And then we have this week. Now, switching up gear a little bit, we had the new PS5 and the new
Oh, I
Xbox
know.
One coming out.
Yeah,
So
exciting.
that was super interesting as well because, so it came out on the 12th. I believe it was a Thursday.
Yeah, it was
and,
on Thursday, yeah. Mhm.
It was hard getting it online because a lot of people.
Wait, you were trying to buy it, right?
Well, I was
Were you
trying
not
to buy. I was
it?
trying to
Yeah,
buy both
okay.
of them. I'm trying to
Okay.
buy the PS5 and the Xbox, but I guess no one has it. No one within even 1,000 miles around me has it.
Wait, they're all out of stock?
No, they're all out of stock
Where-
completely.
Targets,
and they
Walmarts.
don't know when they're bringing them back.
But how could, like, if you know you're having this big release date and people are going to be flooding the gates, why would you just not make ample amount of them just to...
That's a good question. Here is my question. Everybody keeps screaming and crying about how they can't afford their bills right now, but they go and buy a $499.99 freaking
Priorities,
video
right?
game. I don't understand.
Priorities.
Priorities.
Priorities, man.
Comes before rent.
Yeah,
Comes
exactly.
before anything. I just don't get it.
Well, you can't get evicted right now, so I mean... might
No,
as
you
well.
can.
Oh,
I think they opened it
they-
up. I
okay.
think
I
so.
thought they
Most
extended
states,
the-
no. Most states
Okay.
opened it back up.
Okay.
So, I mean, what is the money coming from? Why is everybody crying wolf?
So people were able to pre-order this then, right?
No,
Or
not.
Or you had to wait
They
outside.
were very
had
limited
to-
numbers for
Okay.
pre-orders. Then they brought the units to the stores, but people were
Oh, just
lined up
flooded, yeah, okay.
super early.
So your plan was to get it this weekend, right?
Yeah, I was
But
gonna
that's
get.
not happening.
Oh no.
Nowhere close.
I went to Target. They don't know when they're bringing it back. I went to Walmart. They're like, no one has it. I went to GameStop. GameStop, by the way, I feel like the people that work at GameStop, no offense to most of them, but the ones at least that are around my area, they're becoming ruder and ruder.
Every time I go to GameStop, it's always...
Yeah, I feel like, God forbid, you ask them a fucking question about the new system that everybody wants. It's like they get so irritated. I get it. Thousand
probably get
people.
answered that
I get
1,000
it,
times a
but
day, yeah.
it is what it is. You don't get to deal with a PlayStation coming out every month. Yeah, you get to deal with games coming out all the time, but I've never went to GameStop and asked for a game and they were out of it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
they're usually reliable there.
that's what you get paid for, is answering
Mm-hmm.
questions like that. So I think you should you should be nice to customers once. Hey, any idea? And so they're like, no, I don't know. Like,
I
Jesus.
feel like there's not a lot of customer service in California. Ever since I came here, it's...
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. You're right. It is a big hit or miss. So that's a very interesting thing as well, that none of the stores have a $499 PS5 or the new Xbox.
You think it's overpriced? $500? Because aren't they normally like $300 or $400?
That's
right?
what I thought, but I
Yeah,
guess
that's what I
Ali
thought.
here told me that when the Xbox One came out, it was around the same
It was
price.
$500
I
too?
don't know. Was it?
No, it was. They're always the same price.
So they
And they
go at
start
top.
drop.
Oh,
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Then the longer they're out, they kind of
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're
right.
only going to be
Exactly.
out for
That's
like,
exactly
they
what
do
happens.
like 5 years and they bring it
Yeah,
like the
5
second
years.
version of it,
Uh-huh,
of the same
yeah.
system. And then they bring out a whole system like another
Very
5 years.
curious, like someone that has played it, I want to see if it's like that big of a difference from the Xbox.
So here's what
One
I've
to the
heard.
Series X.
They're saying
What's the reviews?
the remotes from the Xbox are super similar.
Okay, that's good.
A PS3 is different. They have more PS5. I'm sorry. The new PS5 remotes are different. They have more vibration going when
Okay.
you're shooting, when you're doing this.
Yeah.
So they got a lot more going in the freaking remote. So I'm actually excited to play both of them and see what the
you
difference.
said you want to buy both of them.
I
don't
do.
You?
I
You
want
have your $1,000 set aside.
Well,
for
that's
both.
$1,000 only for the systems, and then it only
Oh
comes
my
with
God.
one remote.
Even the PS5?
Well, both of them. They only come with one remote.
Why?
Because they
You're
got
spending
that's how they make
$500.
money.
Yeah.
That's how they make
And
money.
what are the new remotes cost? $80?
$80 easily.
That's insane.
Easily.
$80.
$80.
Oh my God.
And then you gotta and
I feel like those remotes are so like they don't last as long as they should either.
yeah.
You know, because
Because you drop them a couple of times,
my
which you
puppy
will.
my puppies like to chew the little sticky thing on the
Yeah.
you know,
The
on the
Joy-Con?
remote.
Yep.
Yeah,
The Joy-Con.
I know, and I like bought a new bag of
Or
like the
joystick or
grips,
whatever,
but the
yeah.
grips just don't fit the same after they're
It's not gonna be
torn
the
off.
same.
Yeah,
No.
so it's
No,
very.
yeah.
It's not gonna be the same.
So how do you fix that problem? I just spent $60 on a new remote, and now
There it
no
is.
grip.
It is.
It's annoying.
It's a big problem.
That is a problem.
It is a
No
problem.
one wants to spend $60 on a remote.
In other news, we got a new location in San Diablo.
New location.
New
yeah.
location
A new
for all
location.
of us that we're gonna be living in as well. We are gonna start taking interviews in San Diablo, maybe hopefully down the future. Gonna set
Hopefully
up
in
a
the
little
future, yeah.
studio and
Yeah.
interview some people in San Diego as
So
well.
all you San
so-
Diego people out there, feel free to reach
Yeah,
out.
so if you're in San Diego and you're looking for a good podcast, reach out to Trendy Husky Podcast. We can make it happen.
You forgot one thing about the new systems
Mhm.
that they were smoking, and there was like this huge thing online, and people were saying that their Xboxes were catch. or
Well, that
PlayStation-
always comes out in the first
But,
batch. All
hold
the
on.
I
problems
thought
come out
people
in
are
the
just
first
blowing
batch.
vape into them. No,
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's not the catch. The catch is that
that's why
they actually had to tweet out, "Hey, we didn't think we had to say this, but don't blow vape smoke into your new system."
people
Like,
are blowing vape smoke, and then
yeah.
smoke was coming out, and
so
then
they
they
were
like tried
trying
to
to
blow
say
up
it
the
was
video.
they were trying to
You
say that
know.
it was like catching fire and all this stuff, but it turned out to be a gigantic hoax.
People really have not much. Oh, here's my favorite
yeah, no
part.
one
Here's
has
my
much to
favorite
do
part.
right now.
Is the fucking people and fucking ridiculous. Is that all these mofo's that went in these stores and fucking ran all the units out and fucking left none for me? They go to offer up and they try to make an extra.
Oh, so they bought multiple of them. and then-
Multiple of
Yep.
them, and they try to sell them for an extra $300 to $500. Are you on fucking crack? And if you
Well-
buy them, are you on fucking crack? Why the fuck would I
Hey,
pay?
watch the language.
No, it makes no fucking sense. Why would I go buy a system for an extra $300 when I know I could
Because
just say,
people are impatient. They're gonna sell them, and they're gonna make extra money.
yeah, but we should stop this shit so we could just go pick it up from the store. I'm not gonna
I
go and give
understand that,
extra
but,
money.
People are always trying to make extra money.
But
out
that's a
there.
dickhead
It was like-
move.
Yeah, it was just like with the hand sanitizers and toilet paper when
just-
Corona came out. I mean, that's what people do, man.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't need
supply
a
and
PlayStation
demand.
for. Yeah, I guess, but it's not like for survival. Like you're trying to go do this shit to make an extra buck, but only a dumbass will go and pay an extra $300 for it or an extra
Well,
$500.
someone that wants it now is gonna do it.
Well, I
mean,
want it now, but I ain't paying a penny more than what
okay,
it's
but I'm sure
retailed
people
for.
are paying the $600,
You know,
$700,
why
$800.
people are paying? Because it says despite the pre-orders, people are having a hard time getting them, and their orders may be delayed until 2021.
Which is fine.
See?
2021 is gonna be here in a
Oh,
month.
I
Well,
understand
but
In a
it
month.
doesn't say
I'm-
when 2021. It could be
I'm
That's
just saying
okay.
some people are impatient.
from
that's
now.
all.
Who
Sure.
knows?
A year from now, I'll wait. I'm not paying another douchebag an extra couple $100 because he wanted to go make money out of my back. Makes no damn sense. Anyways,
Well, it makes
but
sense for the guy making the money.
whatever. It's just to me, it's
That's
BS.
all I'm saying.
All right, to some sport news.
All right, let's get to
We're
it.
gonna get some NBA
Finally.
going. We're gonna talk about some NFL. We're gonna
All right,
wait for.
all
Please, if you're watching this right now, wait for your cover and picks towards the end as well. Dan's gonna be giving his picks, and I'll be giving my picks. But a little before that, we're gonna talk about some NBA first. We're gonna get it
All
out of the way.
All right, get it out the way.
We're gonna get it out of the way.
happening out
Well,
there?
of course, we gotta talk about the main one right now, which is Houston. Houston, we
I know
got
there's
a problem.
a lot of talks with Houston right now.
Big problem.
lot.
So, Russ, there's rumors that, well, there's not rumors. Russ came out and said, I don't want to be in Houston anymore. That's there. Harden, there's rumors that Harden is looking to get out of Houston as well. There is rumors that Russ and Harden don't want to play no more together.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of rumors
which
going
makes
around.
a lot of sense because there's
Of
only
course.
one ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they like to hog that ball to the max.
Russ. It just didn't seem like Russ was really the best off-ball player.
No.
He just seemed lost at times.
Yeah.
So it just be games where he's
Yeah.
running around the court, not quite knowing what to do.
Man, I don't know, and this is the takes that I try to stay away from. But okay, first things first, is Russ worth all that much? I don't want to disrespect the man. I know he's great. I know he brings in a lot to any team he would go for. But damn, like you know, Russ has been a problem in the past.
Of course.
You had a Kevin Durant, you couldn't win with him.
Mm-hmm.
You had a Kevin Durant and a Harden, and you couldn't win with them at one
Crazy,
point,
right?
which is nuts.
That is crazy.
And by the way, here's my take that I was gonna give in the end. Sam Presti right now looks like the fucking guy. He looks like he is a smart dude.
Oh yeah, they made
Because
a lot of moves.
everyone was giving him shit for not paying Harden, and everyone was giving him shit for letting Kevin Durant go, and everyone's giving him shit.
letting Harden go might have been a mistake with that court.
I don't think it was, because again, I think he saw the same problem happening. The best role for Harden at that point was coming off the bench.
At that time.
At that time.
At that time,
Yes.
yeah, at that
Before
time in his
Houston.
game, yeah.
And he was okay still coming off the bench until he went to Houston, and then Houston made him the man. And that's when everything changed about Harden. But here's the thing. Harden couldn't win with Howard. Fine. Howard is garbage. Then they give him CP3. What's wrong with CP3 now? Oh, a lot of guys can't play with CP3. And then you got Russ in your team.
It's not.
So what's the common denominator?
Well,
Is
you
there's-
got to think though that saying they can't win, they couldn't beat a Golden State team, which was absolutely one of the greatest.
I'm sorry.
In NBA history.
Correction, they were a hamstring away from beating a Golden State team at
They
a
could
Game
have been,
7
yeah,
because Chris
exactly.
Paul's hamstring went down.
I remember. Yeah.
They were a hamstring away from beating the Golden State Warriors.
Well, we don't know if they would have won that game. It's no guarantee.
True,
No
but
guarantee.
they took
yeah,
them
of
to a
course.
Game
Of
7.
course, yeah, they did.
Who took them to a Game 7 that year? I don't think anyone. Houston was the only one.
No, yeah,
they
of
they
course.
cleaned the floor with Cleveland in the finals, and
Yeah.
that's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, there's problems with Russ. There's problems with Harden. If you're Houston's GM right now, what do you do?
I don't know. You were talking about a complete rebuild.
I
trade
think it's
in
the right.
everyone.
Yeah, you can't win with Harden. It's been proven.
Well, it's not been proven because with Harden and CP3, they're a game away from the finals and beating one of the greatest
See,
teams.
but okay, but CP3 is not coming back.
Yep. No.
So what? You stick with Harden? You try to bring him again more
I don't-
pieces?
It's just always tough because, as I was telling you earlier, when you trade away pieces and start a rebuild, it's no guarantee those draft picks or anybody's going to pan out.
Just because we had it with the Bulls, it doesn't mean.
Well, I know, but
yeah.
I'm just saying though. Look at what happened with Philadelphia too. You could say that the rebuild, trust the process, did it really work? Because they sucked for all those years, okay, and then they finally got Simmons and Embiid, and they're finally like, okay, maybe this is it. But now they're talking about breaking those guys up too.
Philly is a different problem. That's a different problem, and we'll go.
But
I'll tell you about it in a
you
minute.
when
But
you commit to a rebuild, it could be 4 or 5 years, and then you still look at the Bulls now.
I agree with
They've
you
been
because the
rebuilding for
rebuild
4
it's,
years,
it's
and where
all-
the hell are they?
Because here's the rebuild. Rebuild, you most if you're trading Harden and you're going for a rebuild, the best thing you're gonna get for Harden are picks.
Exactly.
The problem with picks,
Not guaranteed.
not guaranteed, and I
Exactly.
agree with that. But then if the dude wants to leave and he already mentally checked out, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Harden has won everything when it comes to Harden besides winning a championship, MVP.
Yep.
Best scoring
Of course,
award, first team
Western
NBA
Conference
merchandise,
Finals.
you know,
Yeah.
everything.
Of course.
So, the one thing that he needs in his resume
Of course, and I
is
think
a
he wants
chip.
it. He's hungry for
And
a
I don't
chip.
think he wants to stay in Houston because he finally realized that Houston ain't it. Now, if I'm a GM, and mostly if I'm Philadelphia's GM, I try to get Harden. Because you take Harden with an Embiid and a Ben Simmons. Everyone else you can take. You can take all my picks. You can trade the whole farm for it. But you get those three to team up in Philly. Now you have a team because
Of course you have a team, but it makes me curious, that move. What the hell does Simmons do?
Simmons goes back to a 4.
I know, but he's terrible off the ball. He needs the ball in his hands. He likes it in transition. He's one of the best passers in the game.
Well, that's why you have Doc Rivers. And this is where Doc Rivers needs to work out with Simmons. If Simmons can't learn a shot, if he can't learn how to shoot, if he still can't shoot a 3-point by the end of the day, you can't handle the ball. You can't be a point guard in today's league and handle the ball if you can't shoot.
Yeah.
You just can't. So now you have 2 options.
That was always like Rubio's problem. And just
Always. And Rubio actually learned how to shoot a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. He could shoot a 3.
Better.
He could shoot a jumper
when he
a little
first came
better.
into the league,
It was.
defenses would just stay way back on him.
I agree. So, and by the way, Rubio does not have Simmons' height.
Of course not.
Or
No,
charisma or finesse. So we don't want to even compare the two. Completely two different. I think Simmons could definitely be MVP or even one of the best players in the league if he could just learn how to shoot. If you don't want to learn how to shoot, which is option 1, you got to go back and learn how to be a 4. And you could be the greatest 4 in the league.
No, he's way too skinny to be one of the greatest 4s. Maybe a stretch 4, but then again, he really can't shoot. I don't know. It's
tricky.
It is tricky.
But I think still Harden is the answer to that team. Because he's going to take the ball away from him. Yeah, he's going to handle it most of the time. Embiid is going to finish the missed ones. He's going to clean up the paint. And you get Simmons to do the same thing. And you get Simmons to play kind of like a second point guard. But they need to know their responsibilities before we even team these 3 guys together.
I just think Harden...
Because this is when the drama starts. Once they team up...
I understand, but it just... I think with Harden's game and the way he likes to play, you really need spacing on the floor. So you need shooters around him.
What team fits him best? There's rumors with Brooklyn, but again, I don't think it's going to work.
That's another tricky fit, too.
Kyrie and Durant, and you add the Harden to them. Yeah, all great players.
Of course, yeah.
But there is only one ball in that court.
Yeah, only one ball.
One ball. Who handles it? Kyrie is the main point guard. I don't know how we haven't even seen Kyrie and Durant play together, really.
Exactly, so it's hard for them to make moves.
And then you add the Harden to that mixture. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Damn.
So Philly to me is the best.
I love
option.
how much is going around in the NBA. You got the Lakers trade rumors with DeRozan, and you got those.
And we talked about me and you about. Okay, so tell us what you think about the whole DeRozan for Green and Kuzma.
As I was telling you earlier, I think it makes their starting lineup a little bit better. But I don't think the Lakers really need to make too many moves. Remember, they're getting
Well, if they don't re-sign Rondo, they still need a point guard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Rondo played big minutes for them down the stretch
I don't
in the playoffs.
understand why they're not looking at CP3.
And Avery Bradley didn't play in the playoffs either.
True, but why are they? I think the Lakers would be good fit for CP3.
Of course they
so
would.
Why are we not going after CP3? Not we. I'm not a Lakers fan. I don't want to make us. You're wearing a Lakers jersey.
I'm wearing a Kobe jersey.
All right, that respect to that. The respect to that. I would always wear a Kobe jersey because he's one of my favorite. We hated him when he was playing because he was always putting a whooping on our Bulls. But it's kind of like that Jordan dilemma. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
It's just
know he's the
best. Yes.
Yeah,
it's respect.
Yes.
That's it. If you're a basketball fan,
I don't feel the same way about LeBron for some reason.
I know you don't.
I love Kobe more than LeBron, but anyway, that's for a different conversation.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, but going back to our conversation, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of moving pieces. CP3 needs to find the team. I know he's talking to the Suns right now.
So, it's crazy how much movement's going on, and the season actually starts right around Christmas time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's barely any offseason. We have the NBA draft coming up next week.
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
Yep.
And then 1 month from the NBA draft is the season.
Yep. And we don't even know who the fuck is top 5 players right now because of the whole COVID thing.
No one knows.
No one knows.
This is going to
be now I heard ESPN saying LaMelo might be going down.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah. I think the top of the draft right now is a crapshoot.
But what do you get in LaMelo? No defense, not a lick of defense.
Okay, yeah, but you got to remember he's 19 years old. You could teach someone with that athletic ability defense if they're willing to commit.
That is what scares me.
They're willing to
it's
commit
the
on
attitude,
the defense
man. And when you sign LaMelo, you're signing LeVar. They come in a package deal.
Yeah, but I mean, LeVar's been pretty quiet since
he
Lonzo
has.
went to
I haven't
New
seen him in a
Orleans.
minute. That has been interesting. So we'll see. It is going to be interesting.
Maybe he piped it down a little bit.
True.
It seems like he's piped it down.
I hope so. For the sake of his kids, I hope
mean, the
so.
thing with LaMelo is he's a 6'7" point guard and he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
That's what he's a hell of a passer. I mean, I think he has a better shot, than Lonzo.
Yep.
He's
Yep. I think he definitely has a better
he's
shot
a
than
fa-
Lonzo.
I mean, right now he's a favorite to go
I don't think
number
he has
one.
his passing skills that Lonzo has, but I think
They're
that's
close.
that's
They're close.
yeah, okay.
They're close.
Similar but not there.
Yeah.
Um
You got to remember LaMelo played overseas too. It's hard to really. Sometimes it's hard to compare the competition from overseas to the NBA.
who's got the number one draft? The
Oh.
Grizzlies?
No, what?
Uh,
No.
sorry,
I want to say it's the Hornets. No.
The Horn. Wait, is it? No, I don't think so.
Well, look at the NBA draft order.
Yeah, for 2020, please. Who's got the number one draft?
Oh, Timberwolves. Right?
Oh, Timberwolves.
Is it?
Is it?
NFL. Let me look up NBA. You want NBA, right?
Yeah.
That's the number one draft pick.
NBA right there.
Uh,
Minnesota.
Okay,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Golden State 2.
Minnesota,
Charlotte,
Golden
3.
State. Yeah, the
Bulls
Bulls.
4.
Okay.
Cleveland 5.
Cleveland 5.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. I think Golden States are going to trade their pick. Yeah, I don't think they have time to... they have guys ready right now. I don't think it's smart for them to keep that pick.
But,
You try to
you
trade
also
for
have the
something.
guy from Memphis, James Wiseman. He's a center, 7-footer, could
Now,
run the floor.
I don't... What?
He's a 7-footer. He could run the floor. I mean, I don't think it's guaranteed Golden State trades the pick. I think most people think they're gonna.
I think so, too.
I mean, they need a rim protector, though, and I think Wiseman fits in perfectly. He's unpolished offensively, but he runs the floor really well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a shot blocker.
Yeah.
Got great length. I mean, maybe
Okay.
a good spot for him.
Here's my question. Going back to the first thing we started talking about, where do you see Russ fit in at all in the league?
I don't
With his
know where I see him
character,
fit in.
with his mentality, with the way he wants to handle the ball. He wants to be, the number one option again.
See, the thing that scares me with Russ, too, is...
The way he handles himself in the fourth
well,
quarter?
I mean, well, there's a lot of things, but if you're going to sign him to a long contract,
He already
the
is
way
signed to
his
a
his
contract.
game just doesn't translate well with his the older he gets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have a jump shot. He really doesn't have a post game. He relies a lot on his athletic ability and getting to the lane. Once he starts getting like 33, 34, I feel like once he loses a step, it's really gonna. There's some players that age gracefully because they got the
He's
polished
32
game.
years old. We haven't seen
Polished
him
game.
slow down. I don't know why people you're not the first one talks to him about him slowing down. When it comes to his game, I feel like his game hasn't changed much.
Exactly.
He
and
hasn't
I'm-
slowed down. He
I'm
is
just saying
32.
his game doesn't age well. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You know
that's
I'm
what you're saying. Okay,
That's
okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying.
I thought people are like,
No,
he's getting
no.
old. I get it, but he doesn't
Just
show any.
his style of play. He relies on
It's
blowing you.
hard to fit him in any team. And I know this sucks to say, but I think the Knicks are his best fit.
Yep. There's talks about Thibodeau going after.
But again,
Westbrook.
I mean, it's a bigger
'Cause
market than you had.
The Knicks need someone to take the ball. And
Yeah,
be
but
that
the Knicks needs
aggressor.
anyone right now.
Well,
they
they
have
need
no one.
anyone. Yeah,
They need anyone.
It doesn't matter.
Fuck,
Just
man, they need
freaking
anyone.
Just sign anyone. Get over here.
They have a problem with. They have all sorts of problems in that team. For some reason, they just. I don't know. They tried multiple things. Signing Kevin Durant wasn't one of them, which I think they're gonna pay the price for it.
Well, they
But
tried to sign.
No,
Durant.
they did not. They did not even take a meeting with him. What the fuck are you doing? This is when Dolan seriously needs to start thinking about selling the team. Everyone hates your guts.
Well, I think everyone's wanted him to sell the team for a long time, but it's up to him.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, they need to twist his arm into selling it, kind of like what they did with the Clippers old owner.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just get rid of it. But I think Russ, yeah, it's a big market. It's New York. You'll make good money in there.
Make good money.
Commercials.
Almost average a triple double.
you
He
wanna
could shoot
win,
40 times a game.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. If you want to win, you can't be Russ anymore. You're going to have to fit into someone's system. I heard the Clippers might be interested, but I don't see it working out. Do you see him and Kawhi and Paul George?
No,
I don't
yeah,
see
that's
it.
a tough one too.
I don't see it. Unless you take a freaking step back, it ain't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to calm down. You need to woosah. Mostly in the fourth quarter. You can't be running
sometimes he's
by
everywhere.
LeBron when you're losing 20, 30 points. Like,
Oh, yeah,
they can't guard me.
chirping.
They
Yeah.
can't guard me.
And he's
No,
chirping with like
Russ.
the fans.
Yeah.
One guy's brother. Like it's just.
Even LeBron was laughing at his face.
He was.
Fuck
Yeah.
are you talking about? No one can guard you.
Yeah.
Have you seen the scoreboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron was laughing at it. He's
No,
like, okay,
it's
bud.
ridiculous. But yeah, okay? So as of right now, with everyone's current roster, with everyone's coaching, whatever, who would you see as your top 3 favorites?
Top 3 favorites.
Yeah.
To win the title.
Well, yeah,
To
from both the
Well,
East
yeah.
and the West. Just give me top 3 teams.
Right now, I mean, there's still a lot of trade rumors
Yep.
going on. I'd like to see, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, you still have to put the Lakers in there at
Okay.
one of the top teams.
Absolutely.
You have to, and
Absolutely.
then I mean, obviously that no one's talking about too much right now. Is the Warriors. You got to think.
I agree.
Mean, I think everyone. From what it sounds like,
Back
everyone's
healthy.
healthy.
Mhm.
Everyone's healthy. You got Curry, you got Thompson, Wiggins, Green.
Yep.
You got to remember this team won 73 games without Durant.
And
Let's
without,
not forget that.
Yep.
Let's
I
not
agree.
forget that.
And they add in a Wiggins, which I think he will fit perfectly in that team because he's not a number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, maybe a number 3, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess between him and Green, but
of course.
I
yeah.
still put Green as number 3.
Got a good coach in Kerr to find the right pieces for him. So
I think they do need a center. I agree. I think they need a good power forward that comes out of the bench and helps out a little bit. I agree. But yeah, I think the Warriors are definitely up there.
you
Top
just
3.
can't sleep on them. You can't sleep
Who's your
on
third
them.
team?
I don't want to say the Clippers.
Why? They disappointed last year?
They did disappoint,
Yeah.
and we don't know. There's a lot of moving parts right now. They got a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously a lot of trade rumors, but I mean, just on pure talent, gotta put the Clippers, or obviously, I mean, you gotta put the Heat in there as well because just the way they mesh together.
Yep.
And it looks like they're gonna have pretty much the same core.
Yep.
And you gotta think Bam's only gonna get better. Tyler
Yep.
Hero's.
Are you
only
talking about the
gonna-
Heat now?
Yeah, the
Okay,
Heat.
got it.
I'm saying, you could
Yeah.
interchange those teams,
Yeah.
but you really gotta like what Miami's doing. They're only gonna get better, no? That was the first true year.
I'm
they really
high on
played
Miami.
together.
I'm super
I know,
high on
of
Miami. I
course.
like Miami a lot. And you and I were talking about earlier in the other shows, the previous podcast, we talked about, where Giannis would fit in best. And I always liked Miami, but they got to keep Bam. They got to keep Hero for that lineup to work.
Yeah, those guys are real young.
Yeah,
What
you
was-
can't just count
Isn't
on
Hero 19 years old?
Yeah,
That's
young.
crazy.
Can't even get in a
19, 20?
club right now.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
Can't even
I
get
get
in a
it.
club.
He is a big liability in defense, but the kid can play in
Well,
offense.
yeah, he's still got time to put on some muscle and
Yeah.
exactly.
And with Butler being, the man in that team right
oh
now,
yeah.
it's only going to get better. And I like Butler in that team. And you add in a Giannis to that, forget the Clippers.
Oh yeah, if you add a
Forget the
Giannis. I
Lakers.
mean, if you add a Giannis.
Forget
but yeah.
everyone else. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be like Golden State with Durant. It's still going to be, it's just going to be a young core with two good role models in front of him in
I mean,
Butler
I really don't
want
to see Giannis to go to Miami. Though.
I do.
I want to see Miami keep that same core, come back, and compete
No, I
again.
think they're one piece
They're so
missing from
close.
winning. They can't beat the Lakers. They can't beat the Clippers. They can't.
If
It's
they-
too much. They have too much going.
I mean, they were pretty banged up, and they took them to 6 games.
I
no?
agree.
So
I agree.
you
I
can't
just, I
say
don't know.
you can't.
True. That's
Can't
true.
say they can't.
That's true.
Fully healthy, who knows?
Yeah, I
Who
agree.
knows? They
I
could be
like
the
Bam a
champions.
lot, man. Defensively, he could
course.
freaking.
Of course,
yeah,
he's a
man.
tank.
He's a tank. So my 3 teams are kind of very similar. I'm not gonna sleep on the Warriors. I think the Warriors. Let's not forget what they did. They were banged up last year. That's why
Of
they were
course,
one of the
yeah.
worst teams. But Steph, man, could shoot from about anywhere. Clay could shoot from about anywhere.
I think you're going to see a little bit chip on their shoulder.
Absolutely.
People counting them out. They're
Even
like,
though I don't like Green, I
Yeah.
don't like giving him dab.
No.
But
Yeah.
by the end of the day, kid could defend.
Mhm.
The kid could handle the ball. He could pass. He's not the greatest scorer, but he knows that, and he accepts his role.
Oh, they know their role.
They
Yeah.
know their role.
They're playing some of their best basketball without Durant.
Exactly.
They didn't need Durant.
They didn't need Durant. This is
These
what
guys have been playing together for
This is
years.
what's missing from a Russell Westbrook. This is why I cannot put Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook in the same sentence. Steph is a winner.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Steph knows his role. He understands his role, and he tries to do the best at his role. Russ doesn't.
I'm excited to see Steph play again.
Yeah. He was
He's
very
one of the most
excited. We
exciting
hated
players.
them when they had Kevin Durant, but
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
now we
I
like
know.
him again.
Of
They're the
course.
good guys again.
Yeah, they are.
You know,
Durant.
it's like that DC kind of story. You know, they went away. They kind of like had to change, and now we like him all over.
yeah,
So
of
it's
course.
good. It's very good. I like the Clippers just because of
Too much
Kawhi.
talent.
Too much talent.
Too much
So I
talent,
can't.
you know?
And I'm with you with the Lakers. If I get to put one more in there, it's gonna be interesting to watch Brooklyn. It's gonna be interesting to watch
Interesting.
Brooklyn. Interesting, yes.
That's how
That's
we
what.
put
That's
it.
how. That's why.
Interesting.
That's why I was very careful about
Interesting.
wording it.
Yeah.
I said it's gonna
Interesting
be
to watch it.
interesting to watch because if the whole Kyrie and Durant thing works out, oh yeah, they're going to the finals. No one in the East, you know, unless if Giannis go to Miami, could take that away from him. But if Kyrie and Durant doesn't work out and the drama gets worse, you know, like because we know Kyrie has his drama, we know Durant has his drama. I just hope for those guys that it works out.
The NBA is in a really good place right now.
It is.
They absolutely.
Yep.
The bubble idea killed it.
Could the NBA
Killed it.
actually ever take the NFL rating wise?
No.
Really?
No. Football's just a whole nother beast, a whole nother animal. And you add fantasy football in there. I mean, obviously there's fantasy basketball, but it's nothing compared to football.
Because even
I mean,
baseball is still
even
bigger
like
than.
like people who don't even know football play fantasy football.
No, I agree.
You know, like
I
my
agree.
sister.
I agree.
For
Oh, your
God's
sister
sake,
plays a fantasy
football.
We got. Okay,
That's
next
what I'm
year
saying.
we're starting another fantasy, Trendy Husky fantasy.
All right, let's
we're gonna
do
get
it.
all the family members going.
Okay.
All
cool.
the family members going. We'll do like a 12 team.
Get your wallet, Alina.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone is gonna get going. Okay.
She's got more money than you
Man,
think.
yeah, the NBA is gonna be very interesting
sure.
this year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see with a lot of moving pieces because, like you said, we only got a month left before the beginning of the season. So let's see. NFL. Yeah. All right.
Football.
Okay.
Football.
We're gonna talk briefly because we are Bears fans. So we're gonna talk about our Bears a little bit.
We're
We
just
have
talking
to.
Football, and
We
then you
have
make
to.
a
We make
switch-
yeah.
A quick switch to the
A 5
Bears.
and 3 Bears taking
5
out.
and 4, actually.
I'm sorry, 5 and 4 Bears taking out the what? 3 and 5 Vikings.
Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings.
Ugly game.
Dog shit Monday night game.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
I don't know why they keep scoring us with the Mondays and Thursday nights games. Most of them are just been
I
crap.
was
this
reading an
year.
article, the Bears beat writer on ESPN, Jeff Dickerson.
Yeah.
He started off his article he's like, watching the Bears on Sunday is a very unpleasant activity.
Yes.
It's or unpleasant chore. It is a chore. It's
It
become a chore.
It is.
Because we have to turn them on to TV, and there's so many other great games going on, and we have to sit there and watch them.
First of all, I don't want to disrespect the word bad and put that on our offense because they're worse than
No,
bad.
the worse.
Worse than bad.
Worse.
I don't want to disrespect the
Oh
word
my
bad like that.
God.
They,
0
they
point
cannot fucking click.
0 points.
They can't click at all.
Ah, dude.
Sorry.
Easy, man.
It's fucking annoying.
Easy.
It's annoying. They
Oh,
cannot click.
You're telling me, man. You're
Sorry.
telling me,
You're gonna have
dude.
to work
You're
your,
gonna have-
your
have to
production
you're gonna-
magic.
No, you're gonna have to give me a little warning before you scream. I'll turn your mic
My
down.
bad. It's just
Turn the mic down, yeah.
it's garbage offense.
Dude, the Titans' defense is very, very bad this year, and we had 0 points on them through 3 quarters. I know our offensive line's a little bit banged
Ooh.
up, but
We got little Frank right here. Sorry. Frankie, come here.
come on, man. Stay. What are you doing?
It's coming right next to
Stay
you. bro.
focused.
My bad.
His
Focus.
puppy-
We have a
the
little
pup-
pug.
The
It don't
puppy's
matter.
A little
Focus.
pug
distracted.
playing around. But anyways, go ahead. You're talking about the whole
See, now I'm
The
all
whole-
distracted.
the whole
I'm all
Bears stuff,
distracted.
the
There's
whole
nothing
Bears
to
play
talk about.
calling.
Everything is laughable.
Play
their,
calling.
Their team, it's just.
play calling. Nagy gave up finally.
I
He's
know,
play calling.
finally.
So
It's
that's a
about
good
time.
move.
I mean, it's a good move, but
He can't play calling. He just can't.
well, it
Nobody
just,
understands him. I mean, we always blamed Mitch for always looking so confused, but again, if it happened again with another quarterback,
I know. We'll
I mean,
see.
it's-
Well, it's a good sign that Nagy's willing to give up the play calling because, as everyone knows in Chicago, he's very stubborn and he loves play calling. But It was time for a change. As I think I liked what he said though.
Nothing
Obviously,
was working.
yeah, nothing was working. Obviously, I'm open to a change, see if
Yeah.
something else works, and that's good. I mean, sometimes you gotta put your stubbornness aside.
Yep.
But what the hell's gonna help this offense?
Yeah,
Our
man.
offensive line is atrocious, but I mean, they are hurt, so that doesn't help us.
Yep.
Nick Foles is a statue back there. It's
Yep.
he's just not playing good football, and we don't really have any playmakers. I mean, I think the nation is very sad that the Bears are going to be on Monday night.
I think everyone is sad that it's going to be because both teams are ugly right now. I mean, sometimes
The Vikings are starting to click,
they're
but
starting
usually
to
the
click. But
Bears have owned the Vikings in the last few years,
Yeah.
so they don't really scare me too much because we match up well against them.
Mhm.
But just having to watch our offense is just
It's
makes
ugly.
you want to rip your
Yep.
eyes out.
Yep. I agree. But
Not much to talk about.
not much to talk about. It's just hurtful. All right, we're gonna talk about that ass whooping the Bucks took from the Saints
They
last
did.
week.
What was that?
I don't know. It
What
was
was
ugly.
that? They were favored
Another
by 4
ugly thing.
points, and they ended up losing what 38-3 was it?
Yes.
Didn't even score a touchdown.
Bad.
Now,
Everything looked bad.
I know it looked bad. Is it something you think is worrisome for their title hopes, or do you just think it was like a 1 week fluke, something that they could fix?
Well, here's the problem now. Now that they lost again to the Saints, even if they make it to the playoffs, they're going to be playing all their games away.
Yeah, it does. I mean, right
All
now.
of them.
So the Saints have the tiebreaker on them because
Yes.
they beat them twice.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that was a big
yeah,
game.
That was a big game.
That was
So
a big
even if they
game,
make it
and
to the
they shat
playoffs,
bed. They shat the bed.
even if
hard.
they make the playoffs, they're going to be playing away. So
Mhm.
now it puts in even more on top of their backs. Can it be done? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard because look at that division right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's looking mighty strong.
So basically the Saints have what, like a 2-3 game lead on them or something like that with the tiebreaker.
With the tiebreaker.
Yeah, with the tiebreaker. That was big. That was a big
Huge.
lead. And just when people were not believing in the
It was
Saints,
embarrassing.
here they come.
Yeah.
And here they come now with a vengeance.
Kamara, man. Kamara. I mean, even Drew Brees.
Drew was looking
even
good.
Drew
And then
was
they brought in Taysom Hill. He was running the ball. I mean, the play calling in that game was...
amazing.
The Bucks were on their heels the whole entire game. They didn't know what was hitting them.
No.
Taysom Hill was throwing it. He
No. Mm-hmm.
was catching it. He was running it. Drew Brees was tossing
Everything
it everywhere
was
he
clicking
wanted.
for
Against
them.
a good Bucks defense, too.
I agree.
They were doing everything they wanted.
I agree.
Everything.
I agree there.
They couldn't stop them.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough on the Bucks if they don't get their shit in order right now. I don't think playoffs is gonna happen.
Well, I
for
mean,
them.
playoffs is going to happen. They're just going to be a wild card team right now. That's what it's looking like. Does this, after last week's performance, I know we were talking about, the NFC. Does this put the Saints, for you, in the Super Bowl picture?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And this is the problem with the Saints. They always finish strong when it comes to postseason, but they always scare me in the playoffs.
No, they finished strong in the regular season.
I'm sorry, regular
Yeah.
season. My bad. They always finish strong in the regular season, but then comes playoff time, they always screw up. I want to say yes, they're Super Bowl contenders right now.
Well, right now, they're tied for the Seahawks with the 1 seed right now.
Yeah.
Tied for the Seahawks with the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Seahawks,
I think I've got the Saints better than the Seahawks right now.
because if it goes through New Orleans, I mean, obviously, it's just, the Saints are better at home. They're a better team at home. And they just look like the more complete team.
And I think they're finally realizing that they're better at home. That's why they want to have that home advantage.
They're
in
not
the play.
finally realizing that.
I think they're
Obviously,
finally
they know.
realizing that. I think so because they played with vengeance last week. I thought the Bucks were gonna play with vengeance, but
Yep.
they played like they were not lighting up at all. They'd score another touchdown. They go for another one. They go for another one. They go for another one. They did not stop. They were hitting them with everything, and then it didn't help that Brady had a couple missed throws and he had a couple
yeah.
interceptions, and you could tell Brady.
They
But
were all off. They were just
they were
all-
off.
It was ugly.
And I know he was trying to insert AB right away with that
course.
long throw
Yeah,
and stuff.
He did, yeah.
Take your time. AB's going to be there.
He is.
I know he's living in your house. I know you
It
guys,
was a tough matchup.
had
to
a couple
incorporate
pillow
him
fight, a
in.
couple pillow
couple
talk,
pillow fights.
not fights,
All right.
a couple pillow,
Yeah,
pillow talks,
pillow talk,
whatever.
TV
Yeah,
night
throw me
pillow
the
talks.
ball. Let's start it with the bang.
Do you think they kiss each other goodnight on the mouth Isn't
Whoa.
that Brady's thing?
Oh no.
Olivia gotta take it always to the next
No,
level.
remember that thing? Everybody gave him a hard time because he kisses his son on the mouth.
Yeah, but I'm not going there. I'm not disrespecting
It's
the
Brady
man
house
like that.
rules.
Again, I'm not going there. That's always Ollie's dark humor, but we'll go
I
about
mean,
it.
but as of right now, the Saints gotta look like the most complete team. I
They do.
know.
Oh, again, what do you mean in the league?
No, in the NFC, I'm talking.
Okay,
just in
in
their
the NFC,
conference,
got it,
Because
got it.
they're tied with the Seahawks. I mean,
Yep.
obviously the Seahawks have their own
Yep.
problems.
Yeah,
Offensively, no one's gonna. I think Seahawks
I
can
agree.
score with anyone, but right now, I mean, that defense needs to get fixed quickly.
where are you at with Baltimore?
Oh, so switching conferences.
Yeah, which
here.
Washington conferences?
I mean, where I'm at with Baltimore right
Yeah,
now.
because Baltimore has been kind of like I don't know what to make of them.
Well, I mean, what we make with Baltimore is they beat solid and below average teams.
Yeah.
But the minute they play, that top tier competition, they seem to fold.
You
It's
talking
bec-
about
the
Pittsburgh?
Chiefs and Pittsburgh, and
yeah.
exactly. Even though they play Pittsburgh very tough, it's just Baltimore needs to fix that passing attack, and they need to fix it quickly. Their tight end, Mark Andrews, is a great tight end. They have incorporated him. Marquise Brown's supposed to be the next Tyreek Hill. Where the hell has he been
Yeah,
all season?
He's been absent.
Lamar Jackson struggles to throw the ball downfield.
He can't
and
throw the
defenses
ball
know that. He
downfield.
struggles.
Yeah.
He struggles. And that
You
just
want to beat Baltimore? Get them to throw the ball. You gotta stop their
Exactly,
running game.
exactly.
You gotta stop their running game. The more Lamar throws, the
which is
more,
easier said than done. It's hard
Oh,
at
yeah,
times
they
to
have
stop
a
their running
great-
game.
yeah.
But if you get an early lead on Baltimore, they
Yeah,
struggle.
They do struggle to
They
come back.
struggle to
Yes.
come back.
That's what happened with the
That's
Chiefs.
it.
And, yeah.
That's
I agree. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Covering cookies.
it's time.
4 teams.
We need a win, man.
We need a win.
We
need a
some
win
wins
this
here.
week. All right,
I
here we
know.
go for our free picks for the Trendy Husky podcast. Here they are. We're gonna hear
free?
Danny Blue Eyes free.
They're free picks.
They're free right
They're
now.
Free picks.
All right, Danny Blue Eyes gonna go ahead with his picks first.
Are you going?
No, you go
Why
first.
am I going first?
All right, fine. You give
go
me
first.
You want me to go
yeah,
first?
I do. I do want you
All
to
right,
go
fine.
first, man.
I'm liking. Okay, remember you and I do
Just
things a
tell
little
it.
little differently because I like my cover in cookies segment to go about teasers. So these are the 4 teams that I could put in under the same teaser.
Okay. You could tell us any straight lines you like too. It's
The
up to you.
Bengals and the Steelers,
That line's at 7 right now.
7.5.
Okay. I'm seeing 7 on our bookie site. So
Okay, I'm
hop on
seeing
it.
7.5
Okay.
on Bovado.
All right.
7.5. I like them to tease it to down to
One.
either-
yeah, basically
yeah,
a
either
pick'em
a pick'em game
yeah,
or a
looking
half.
at a pick'em game if
Yeah.
you could tease them down, yeah.
I like the same because they are at Steelers, so you know what I mean. Like,
Of course,
that's
it's in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
it's in Pittsburgh. So yeah, like the Saints, they are playing at Saints. San Francisco are playing at Saints.
Yep.
So
San Francisco got to travel across the country.
right now it's at -10. You tease it down to a field goal. I think the Saints get it done with the very banged up 49ers.
Very banged up.
Very banged
Very
up
banged up
49ers.
49ers
I
squad.
see it happening.
Saints
Plus,
are coming off a big win. I
Yeah.
mean, let's.
is Garoppolo done for the season?
No, it's just they said indefinitely, so we
Okay.
don't know.
Yep.
Those high ankle sprains are
Yeah,
sometimes
they're
just hard
hard,
to
man.
come back.
They're
You think you're
hard.
ready, and then
And he was already in the phase where he was trying to prove himself,
Exactly.
and everybody was questioning his abilities. And then you take an injury like this,
yeah,
ouch.
it's hard.
Yeah, that's hard on the. Yeah. Okay, this is when it gets tricky. So here's my 2 picks that I like the most are the Steelers and the Saints. I like those
course.
2. Here is the other 2 that I have to explain why I picked them. The Bucks at Carolina. I don't see the Bucks getting their ass whooped after
Oh,
the
no,
ass
no.
whooping
And I
the
heard,
Saints gave them.
I heard
Hold on.
McCaffrey's out too.
Yes, McCaffrey's out. and-
Officially, he's out, right?
Well, he's out for next game. We don't
Yeah.
know how
Oh,
long
no,
he's going to
that's-
be
yeah,
out
but
for.
We're just
But yes,
talking
he
about
is
this week.
officially
We're
out.
just
Yes.
talking about this week.
Yes, officially out for next game. So he's not going to be playing. Man, he helped them big time last week. McCaffrey, like after injury,
Yeah,
like
he
it's
looked
like he
good.
never missed a
It
fucking
did.
game.
Sucks to see him
Yeah,
injure a
yeah,
different body
it
part
does.
now.
So I do like that McCaffrey's out. I do like that the Bucks just came out from a bad loss. I think they gotta come out to
You're
the
gonna
vengeance.
see anytime there's the grandpa talks on Brady,
Yeah.
he comes
Yeah.
out and squashes those right
Yup.
away.
So the line is at 6.
I do like the Bucks -6.
You
in that
tease
game.
them. They're
Yeah,
plus
if you wanna
1.
tease them, you
I
could.
don't know if they're gonna be
Pick 'em.
able to win by much. I know they're gonna win. So I don't know if they're gonna win by much. So this is why I like where the line is at. -6, you tease them down.
I still
+1
like
or
the
pick them.
6.
They're
I
good.
still like the 6. Yeah.
Yes, they're
I
very
do.
good.
I do.
And my last pick is the Packers. They're playing at Packers. The Jaguars are playing at Packers. So the Jaguars, very shaky lineup, very shaky team. I think they're definitely becoming worst 2-3 teams in the
Well, their
league.
defense is atrocious.
Atrocious. And they're starting a new QB, I heard this week.
Well, yeah, he started last week in
Right.
Houston. Jake Lutton.
Yeah. How was he in the...
I mean, he looks solid.
Okay.
But then again, it was against Houston's defense,
Right.
which is pretty
Yeah.
atrocious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be his first road game. He's going up to Green Bay.
Yep.
He's got to go stride for stride with Rodgers. That
Yep.
seems like a tough one.
Yeah, I agree. So that's my 4.
What?
And there is hold on. So those are my 4 teams. And there is another line that I'm actually really liking as well is Baltimore with Patriots. That line is at -7.
7 right now.
That is not a line I'd like to put in my teaser. First of all, the
Well-
Patriots have been garbage. I just don't like betting against Belichick. I don't.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but
They're atrocious.
This is-
I agree.
this
You
honest-
struggled to beat a freaking
Jets team.
Jets team.
They got lucky there. They got lucky.
I bet on the
They
Jets
got lucky.
towards
and
the-
the thing is, especially with that game, because I'm going to touch on that game too.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens -7 is one of the picks that I like
Yeah.
as well. It's just Cam has been struggling throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And
His feet look awkward.
It does. He
Their-
kind of
his
has
feet look
Yeah, he looks a
awkward.
little and he's just been so inaccurate. So
Super inaccurate.
And now you have to play a Ravens secondary, probably one of the best secondaries in the league.
Yeah.
How the heck is Cam going to move the ball against the Ravens defense?
All right, brings me to my question. Is Cam going to be a Patriot next
And
year?
they just what? Oh,
Ooh.
well, you're changing.
That's
the
a good
topics
one.
Now. We'll see. I mean,
Well, we're
he's
in
still-
the Patriot topic, so might as well ask this question.
I think it's still too early to tell because Cam played really well out the
The
gates, and then
beginning,
the
yes.
last few games he's been playing bad.
Yeah.
I just want to see how he finishes the season.
Okay.
But as of right now,
Shaky.
the Patriots look shaky.
Shaky.
There's no other way to put
I
it.
agree.
They look shaky.
Bad. I don't think
As
they're
we
making
said,
the playoffs.
I mean,
I don't think they're making the playoffs.
sitting
No
at
way.
3-5, it's not looking good for them, and they got to play Baltimore.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's in Foxborough, but then again, no fans. I do like the Ravens covering this spot. I really do. It's a
7?
primetime game.
I like it, too.
Primetime. It's a good Sunday night game, but
Yeah.
usually the Ravens beat up on lesser competition. These are the games that the offense seems to really click.
Yep.
I really do like that line, though.
Yep.
I do.
I'm with you, brother. I do like that line a lot. I just don't think I'm going to put him in my teaser. That's a line that I'd be betting on by itself. So that's part of your covering cookies kind
Yeah,
of line?
definitely
Okay,
part
so
of
parts of the
covering
4.
cookies.
Okay, so who's your second line?
I actually wanted to put another line in there. This isn't a game. It's actually an over-under, which I never do play. Yeah.
Wait,
Look
on
at you.
the cover and cookies?
Well, no, I'm just saying a line right now
Okay.
about the over under. Actually, the Packers Jaguars line is sitting over unders at 47 right now. I really do think that game is going to be a blowout.
So you
I
want to
think-
tease it
I-
down to 43 or
Well,
42?
Yeah, you can, or you could just play the over under at 47.
Okay.
I really do like that line. Then again, the Jaguars defense is letting up 30 plus points a game.
Got it.
I mean, I see Rodgers at least putting up 38 on them.
Okay.
I really do see the Packers putting it up high 30s, maybe 37. You see a 37-13 game right there. I think the over-unders
Okay.
sitting real
Looking
nice.
pretty.
I never like playing over-unders.
Yeah, no, I
but,
agree. I agree.
I know another line I want to touch on is just the Buccaneers line. I think even just sitting at the Buccaneers -6, I mean, Brady got blown out, and I think you're going to come back and see a motivated Bucs team.
Yeah.
I think they were blown out in the national spotlight
Yeah.
on Sunday night.
Yeah.
They were embarrassed. Let's
Yeah.
not put it any other
Yeah.
way. And I think after seeing, I don't want to put too much stake into that game. They had an off day. I still think they're a very strong team. It's another week with Antonio Brown in practice. They should only click a little bit more. They're a little bit healthier on offense, so I do like the Buccaneers line as well
Okay.
in that game. Am I still moving down?
Yeah.
All right.
Got
all
one more
right,
line to
all
go.
right. Oh, one more line to go.
One more,
And-
yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna. There's actually a few lines I like here. I do like what you said. I do like teasing down to Saints.
Okay.
Right now on my bookie site, they're sitting at 9.
Okay.
So if you could tease them down to 3, I feel very comfortable with the Saints at
Yep.
home
Yep.
versus Nick Mullins. I mean,
Yep.
Garoppolo's out, George Kittle's out.
Yep.
I mean, I really do like teasing them down.
Yeah.
I feel pretty safe with that. I mean,
agree.
I really do.
Yeah.
I want to win some money this week, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know I took a big hit last week, mostly because
alright.
of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Remember, So basically, last week I teased the Chiefs down to 3. They won by 2 because Casey's kicker missed the extra point.
That's right.
You remember
Decided
that?
To fuck us.
Yep.
But
He missed the extra point, so they only won by 2, and I had the -3. And
yeah, that messed me up as well. That messed me up as well.
That one extra point cost me a lot of money.
Who else fucked? Oh, the freaking Titans this last Monday. We bet on that
Thursday.
Gatotsky.
Gostowski again. Gostowski again. To make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, the fucking punter was like, no.
And a punter.
And a punter. Garbage.
The FedEx guy. Remember they told us that? He was working at FedEx last month, and they said, I'm like, what? Out of all the fucking guys in the damn free agent pool, you sign a guy from. Because he shanked that 17-yard punt.
He shanked 2 or 3
Well,
punts.
no, he shanked a 17-yard.
And one got blocked.
So that's basically 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
2 touchdowns.
It went all to hell after the
because
half,
the 17-yarder they had
we
to add
changed
20.
it after the third quarter. We just went and watched a Kevin Hart movie.
Yeah, we watched the Kevin Hart movie.
We were so depressed. We needed a good laugh.
Yeah,
it was so depressing that game. All right, so I like your picks. I like my picks.
See, the nice thing with the Bears not being on Sunday is we could
don't get
watch.
Depressed.
Yeah, exactly, and we could watch all the games.
We get depressed
free.
only about our picks, nothing else more, and we get to watch all the games with my setup that I have.
That's why when I like when the Bears are on primetime because it's the only game.
Yes.
You know, when those 10 o'clock games are on, at least on the
Bears
West Coast,
game is on. You gotta focus.
You gotta focus on the Bears, but then you got 20 other games going that you really want to focus on too. So
I feel you.
How you looking in fantasy this week? I know you needed. I have to bring it up because I did beat you last week.
All right,
to put you to 3 and 6.
I paid you, didn't I?
I know. I wasn't saying that you didn't.
It was depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, you didn't beat me by much.
15, yeah.
15.
Wasn't a solid win. I mean, nothing
was it
special.
Well, yeah. I had problems in QB.
Well, you started Phillip Rivers versus Baltimore,
well,
which
I had
was a mistake.
Burrow. And Burrow was in a bye.
Yeah,
so I had Phillip Rivers, and he put 7 points, and it just went to shit after that. But this week,
remember
I feel
when
confident.
I was laughing and I told you to pick up Nick Foles?
Yeah.
If you started Nick Foles, he actually had a bunch of garbage time touchdowns. You would have won. He put up 23.
Whatever. Anyways,
whatever.
I traded. I made a trade this week.
You did another trade.
Yeah, another
a lot
big
of
trade.
Trades.
So, my team, I traded Kareem Hunt because Nick Chubb is coming soon. I feel like it was time for me to get rid of Kareem Hunt.
He did well for you though.
He did. But I think now that he's going to be he was hard to give up. But him sharing the ball with Nick Chubb, I don't know how that's going to look.
But even with Chubb healthy,
and
Hunt
I'm sitting at 3 and
numbers,
6. I've got 4 more games left in fantasy. I can't afford to lose another game.
You made a win now move.
I made a win now move. So I traded Kareem Hunt and Galladay,
because Galladay's hurt. Which is tough.
That was the tough part to trade because every time Galladay played, he gave me 15 points.
Of course,
problem.
when healthy.
Yes.
That's why you took him in the second round.
So Hurst was in a bye for me this week. I don't trust starting Higbee. So I needed a tight end.
Time to go.
Yes, it was Higbee. It was time to go.
He had that one fluke game at the beginning of the year, which kind of baited you.
Yes, it did
baited
bait
you.
me.
Like,
yes.
oh wow!
But I started Hurst, and Hurst has been doing well for me.
Solid. He gets
solid.
You 10.
The last which is good for a tight end position. I don't need more than 10.
If you look at it, if you don't have Kelsey this year, like who the hell? It's been a crapshoot in tight ends.
It has been. Gronk has been doing all right besides the last game.
Well, last game.
He's been doing all right.
No, at the start of the year, too, he was pretty slow.
He was very slow.
Yeah,
very slow. He scored multiple 0-point games or like 3 points.
But anyway, so you traded Hunt and Galladay. And
I got Watson.
You got Watson. And
I've got
Hawkinson.
Yeah,
Detroit tight end.
Yep.
So, I mean, I definitely think Ski, who made that trade, I think it was a win now move for you, which I understand. It just makes his team pretty dangerous. I think
it does not, because he has a lot of injuries in his roster as well.
Yeah, but he's sitting in first place right now. I think come playoff time, it makes his team very dangerous.
True. I'm not worried about that.
I know.
I'm playing
You're worried
him this
about
week
to week.
I got to get through him this week. And then the rest of my schedule is not looking that hard. I got 3 more games after this week, and if I win him, I can maybe get a playoff team. You've got a harder schedule than I do.
I do.
A much harder schedule. And you can't afford any more than 2
I'm 4
losses.
and 5. I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know where I am right now.
You're 4-5. You lose one more
I
week.
actually, so Joe Mixon's out again for me, so that puts a huge hole in my flex spot. I'm gonna start Hollywood Brown on Sunday night, the Ravens receiver.
I'm liking my lineup this week. I'm liking my line. You want to hear my lineup?
No, I don't want to hear your lineup.
I know you want to hear my lineup. Okay,
I don't care about your lineup.
So I've got
I care about my lineup.
Watson
Of
as
course.
QB. This is my starting QB. And then I've got a healthy Fournette, a healthy Camaro,
Of course.
and a healthy Sanders as a flex.
Okay.
Miles Sanders is back. He said he feels better
Yep,
than ever.
that's good.
So it's good.
That's solid 3 backs right there.
I've got Claypool as my wide receiver, and I've got Fulgham as my wide receiver.
Oh, your squad is looking solid. I'm
Yep.
not gonna lie.
I've got Hickerson as a tight end.
Hockenson, yeah.
Hockenson, whatever. I can never say his name. And I've got Lutz as a kicker.
Of
and
course.
I've got New Orleans defense as my defense. So
And New
it's
Orleans
not bad.
plays San Fran this week. So
Yeah, so it's going to be a good week for
You
me.
need a win.
And I need
You need a win.
And
You're
what?
3-6.
Ski's team is the first in the division.
Yes.
So it's going to be a big win for me.
Oh, I know.
Big win for me. He's starting Chua. He's starting my Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
He has Gibson as his running back, Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, from Washington. Yeah.
He has who else? Ooh, Johnson as his running back, Duke Johnson.
Yeah, dude,
and
because
he's
David
got
Johnson's out for them, so that's why he's starting.
He's got
Dude,
McLaurin as wide
He's had a
receiver.
solid year.
And he's got Ayuk as a wide receiver, which has a
Yeah,
solid.
San
Yeah.
Fran, yeah.
Yep, and he's
When
got
healthy.
Goddard as a tight end. Who's
Goddard.
Who's
He's
Goddard?
actually Philly's backup tight end, but Ertz has been out, so Goddard may get some looks there,
This is
especially
gonna be
against the Giants
interesting
defense.
because last game he only scored 2 points. He had a bye. Okay, let's see what happens.
We'll see, man. All those
He has the
fantasy
Vikings
football players
defense
out
versus
there, good
the
luck.
Bears.
It's getting to crunch time.
Yeah.
I know all
Yep.
those fantasy players who are on the outside looking in. They're starting to get worried.
Yep.
This is when you
I'm-
start
now
sweating
I'm worried.
and
I'm
starting to
worried.
make moves.
But
so.
after this week, the rest of the year, I got no more buys for any of my big players, and I've got a good fucking schedule.
You
3
do?
teams that I can get over easily. I've got the Rape Shack, which I know beat me the last time by a point, and I felt super salty about that.
I
So I'm gonna
know.
get my revenge. I promise
Isn't
you
it
that.
terrible? Just
When you,
losing?
I lost 3 games by 1 point this year. 3 fucking games. Oh yeah, I should have been
Painful.
sitting at 6-3 right now.
Painful.
6-3, not 3-6. But it is what it is.
It is what
It is what it is. All right,
Unfortunately.
all right. We got a lot of things we gotta do this weekend.
We do.
Gotta watch a lot of football.
As always.
Then we're gonna start
I
packing
love
some
all this.
shit for the San Diego place, for the San Diego place. We got Ali's birthday weekend still going. All right. Well, this one is a wrap.
It
Thank
is
you
a
so much
wrap.
for joining in. If you haven't, please go subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube channel, Trendy Husky Podcast, where you get your free picks, weekly free picks. We're going to be talking a lot of NBA, a lot of NFL, UFC, soccer, you name it. We talk
You
about
name it.
everything.
We do.
Even private stuff, everything. We
Even-
still got a good, juicy story coming our way one day from Danny Blue Eye.
One day.
One day.
Not too many people know
Yeah, not
about
too
this
many
story.
people know about this story, but we have a juicy story coming your way.
Putting
Again,
pressure on me to tell it.
we
Oh,
have to
yeah.
be putting
Oh,
pressure.
man.
Happy birthday again to beautiful Alien Production.
Thank you.
All right, and right over here, you got your Danny Blue Eyes. Follow him in his Instagram as well.
Do it.
And right here, you got your host, Yassi, Trendy Husky Podcast. Thank you so much, guys. This one is a wrap.